Gentlelady reserves. The gentleman from Kentucky is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield all of our remaining time to the great gentleman from Ohio, the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, Mr. Jordan.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding. Americans want safer streets, affordable gas, and freedom. Instead, Democrats give us record crime levels, record inflation, and another bill attacking President Trump, sponsored by the guy who spent years misleading the Congress and, more importantly, the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to America First, where we speak the truth, defend our freedoms, and hold our elected officials accountable. If you're tired of the mainstream media's spin and ready for facts and honest opinions, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. We're building a growing community of proud Americans who love this country and won't be silenced. Today, we're reacting to an epic moment on the House floor. Congressman Jim Jordan, one of the few in D.C. who's not afraid to speak the truth, absolutely ripped into Adam Schiff for misleading Congress and, more importantly, the American people.
On Trump-Russia investigation, on Mueller investigation, on impeachments. Remember when the sponsor of the bill said that his office didn't meet with the whistleblower? Found out that wasn't true. Remember when the sponsor of the bill told us that we would hear from the whistleblower during impeachment? We'd actually have real process instead of having hearings and depositions in the basement, in the bunker of the Capitol. Remember when the sponsor told us this? That there was more than circumstantial evidence that President Trump colluded with Russia? That turned out to be false. Bob Mueller said it was false. Everyone knew it was false. In fact, it was such baloney, even the Washington Post has had to retract and change things from stories because they said, oh, yeah, there was a lot of false information in that dossier that they used to go spy on President Trump's campaign. And I think this is important to understand. The sponsor of this legislation wasn't just any member of Congress, Mr. Speaker. He wasn't just any chairman of a committee in Congress. He was the chairman of the Intelligence Committee, the committee that gets additional information from anyone else in the country making those claims that were not accurate. So maybe instead of having another bill that attacks President Trump because Democrats are afraid he's going to run and he's going to win in 2024, so they want to do everything they can to attack him, maybe instead of another bill attacking President Trump, we should actually focus on things that the American people care about. You know, you can attack President Trump all you want. I know one thing. A year ago, the border was secure. Sure was. A year ago, cities were safe. Safer than they are today. A year ago, we didn't have a 31-year high inflation. We actually had wages going up, real wages. A year ago, we didn't have a Department of Justice attacking moms and dads, putting a label, a designation, a threat tag on parents who simply go to school board meetings and speak out against a racist hate America curriculum. No, we didn't have that a year ago, but you guys can keep attacking the president all you want, not addressing the issues that the American people care about. We're going to speak about the issues they care about. We're going to try to do everything we can to slow down your crazy agenda that is driving up the price of everything. We're going to speak out against and do everything we can to make sure the Department of Justice quits attacking parents. God bless the whistleblower who came forward and gave us the information, sent from the Counterterrorism Division of the FBI. We could be dealing with that issue today. We could be holding the Attorney General accountable, the Justice Department accountable for what they're doing. No. We're going to attack President Trump again. Democrats, that's the only thing they can do because they can't talk about anything else. I hope we defeat this bill. Yield back my time.
Let's start with some background. Adam Schiff, Democrat from California, has been one of the most vocal and relentless critics of President Trump. As chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Schiff had access to classified information most members of Congress never see. That's a position of immense trust and responsibility. But what did he do with that power? Instead of using it to protect American interests, he spent years pushing the now debunked Trump-Russia collusion narrative. Day after day, Schiff went on cable news, promising evidence that never materialized. He told the American people there were facts just around the corner, but it was all smoke and mirrors. Schiff's actions weren't just partisan, they were damaging. His repeated, unfounded claims eroded trust in our institutions, wasted countless taxpayer dollars, and divided our country at a time when we needed unity. And as Jim Jordan pointed out, even left-leaning media like the Washington Post had to walk back stories built on the infamous Steele dossier, which turned out to be filled with misinformation. Let's talk about the Trump-Russia investigation for a minute, because it's important to remember what actually happened. 2016. Democrats and the media begin to suggest collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, based largely on the Steele dossier, a document paid for by the Clinton campaign and DNC. 2017 to 2019, the Mueller investigation dominates headlines. Schiff claims there's direct evidence of collusion. Hours of hearings, millions spent, and endless leaks to the press. 2019, the Mueller report is released. No evidence of conspiracy or coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia is found. Post-2019, despite the facts, Schiff and his allies continue to push the narrative, refusing to admit they were wrong or misled. Let's be clear, this wasn't just political theater. It was an attempt to undermine a sitting president and the will of the American people. And it set a dangerous precedent, weaponizing our intelligence agencies and legal system for partisan gain. Congressman Jim Jordan, Ohio's finest, stood up and called out Adam Schiff on the House floor. He didn't hold back. He reminded everyone that while Americans want safer streets, affordable gas, and freedom, Democrats are obsessed with attacking Trump even now. Jordan laid out the facts. Crime is up. Inflation is soaring. The border is a mess. Parents are being targeted for speaking up at school board meetings. And what are Democrats doing? Pushing more anti-Trump bills instead of solving real problems. Jordan also called attention to Schiff's broken promises, like when Schiff said the whistleblower would testify during impeachment, or when he claimed to have never coordinated with that same whistleblower. Time and again, Schiff has put politics above truth and accountability. Let's dig deeper into the issues Jim Jordan raised, because these are the challenges everyday Americans face. Across the country, crime rates are rising. In cities where liberal policies like defunding the police and soft-on-crime prosecutors have taken hold, we've seen chaos, carjackings and burglaries, up in cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. Homicide rates, hitting highs not seen in decades. Police morale at an all-time low, with officers retiring or quitting in droves. Meanwhile, Democrats focus on January 6th committees and political theater instead of supporting law enforcement and restoring order to our neighborhoods. Under Biden administration, inflation has hit a 30-year high. Americans are paying more for everything: gas, groceries, utilities, rent. Gas prices up by over 40% in many areas compared to just a couple of years ago. Food prices, families are struggling to put food on the table. Wages, even if they rise, inflation eats away at every paycheck. President Trump delivered rising real wages, energy independence, and record stock markets. Under Biden and the Democrats, we see decline. It's not just about illegal immigration, it's about drugs, human trafficking, national security. Under Trump, illegal crossings were at historic lows. Now we're seeing record surges, over 2 million illegal border crossings in a single year. Fentanyl, pouring across the border, killing tens of thousands of Americans. Cartels, getting richer and more powerful. School boards and the Justice Department are labeling concerned parents as domestic threats for speaking out against radical curriculums like critical race theory. Parents are the backbone of our communities. They deserve a voice, not government intimidation. Jim Jordan is right. We're seeing a dangerous trend where government agencies are used as political weapons. The FBI, targeting parents, pro-life activists, and conservatives. The IRS, threatening audits for political groups. Congress, endless investigations and impeachments while ignoring real problems. This isn't what our founders intended. Government should serve the people, not punish political opponents. Every minute Congress spends on witch hunts and political theater is a minute they're not spending on securing our border, fixing the economy, lowering prices. making our streets safer, protecting our freedoms. As Jim Jordan said, we should actually focus on things the American people care about. He's absolutely right. What do we need? Leaders who put America first. Leaders who defend law and order, secure our border, champion economic freedom, protect parental rights, stand up to the radical left and their media allies. Jim Jordan, President Trump, and a new generation of conservative fighters are showing the way. But they need our support. Folks, we can't sit on the sidelines anymore. Here's what you can do. Stay informed. Watch channels like this, read independent news, and fact-check everything. Get involved. Support America First candidates in your state and district. Attend town halls, volunteer, and donate if you can. Speak out. Don't let the left silence you. Write to your representatives. Go to school board meetings. Talk to your neighbors. Vote. Every election matters, local, state, and national. Spread the word. Share this video and others like it. Help friends and family see through the media spin. Look, the left is terrified of another Trump run because they know he represents the silent majority, the working people who love this country and want to see it succeed. They'll try every trick in the book to stop him, from bogus investigations to media smear campaigns. But we can't let them win. We have to stand united, informed, and ready to fight for our values at the ballot box and in our communities. Thanks for tuning in to America First. Do you agree with Jim Jordan? Are you tired of the distractions and ready to get this country back on track? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read them all and want to hear from you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video to help our movement grow. Together, we're making a difference and sending a message. We're not going anywhere, and we're not backing down. Stay strong, stay proud, and always put America first. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.